Once you actually know who you are, you will become unstoppable. These last few months have been wild for me, and I feel like I would have broken down so many times if I didn't have a strong sense of identity. You have to know who you are, and you have to have a strong sense of identity in life. And you have to be comfortable with the fact that not everyone will like you because of that. I never ever want to betray myself. I never want to betray what I want to do for myself. I never want to betray the sort of direction I want to go in life. And I don't want other people to set that for me. And you also have to understand, I feel like this coupled with the fact that um, you know that everything is vanity, it can create a very good recipe for success. I don't even know if anyone will see this video, but there is this sort of self belief that I have that it's just a matter of time, you know? Everything for me is just a sort of matter of time. It's not really an if it will work out, it's just when. And I feel like if you do something with the goal of like a monetary like reward or fame, you will not get anywhere happily, you know? Even if you're there, you won't be there happily. You know, having a strong sense of identity doesn't exempt yourself from the fact that you might become an outcast. But better be an outcast and do something for yourself than be in the in group and do something because of other people. Fulfillment for me, happiness isn't even my goal. It's fulfillment and freeze. And fulfillment first is freedom, then fulfillment. Because there will be times when I will feel unfulfilled, but if as long as I'm free, I'll be happy with that. And you can't be free within an in group. Everyone who has succeeded in life has always been an outlier. And they've been comfortable with the fact that they've been an outlier. So it's just a thing of, are you comfortable and are you actually ready to be that outlier for the sake of yourself? Not for the sake of people, not for the sake of fame, but for the sake of yourself. And can I tell you something that's so cool? If you do have an inkling that you actually want some sort of success, then you have to understand that the same people who will be here judging you for the fact that you are being yourself are the same people who are going to watch your videos and have this sense of, dang, I wish I was her. Because if there's one thing that this world wants, it's freedom. And if you're free to be yourself, people will admire that. But again, you're not doing this for other people, you're doing this for yourself. If you feel free in being yourself, people will find solace in that. Another thing on solace, you also have to find solace in solitude. You shouldn't be lonely, or you shouldn't have feelings of loneliness. You must have feelings of solitude. Replace those feelings of loneliness with feelings of solitude. I think that's the only way you can kind of beat loneliness. I feel like loneliness will always try to creep in there because the devil has a sly tongue, a very beautiful tongue, in fact, and he will put thoughts in your head of loneliness. But once you realize that, or if you kind of remember that you cannot really lean on others, you can only lean on Christ, you'll understand that you won't really be lonely. You'll be with Christ. And in the worldly sense, you won't be lonely, you will have solitude. Solitude on the backing that you know that Christ is going to always be with you, you know? But yeah, going back to the main thing I wanted to say is that you have to build a sense of self identity. And building your self identity will come at a cost. It'll come at the cost of friendships. It'll come at the cost of people's perception of you. And it'll come at the cost of it may come at the cost of opportunities that you necessarily did not want. I apologize for the plane. Um it comes at a cost that you only did not want, or opportunities that you didn't want, but it also may come at an opportunity cost of things that, sorry, the plane. Yeah, it may also come at the opportunity cost of things that you did want, but you also have to weigh out, like, what is best for me. Is it the fact that I'm losing myself in something and getting like some sort of um reward that's rooted in vanity, or am I being true to myself and not only getting not only getting like a sense of self identity, but if you're a Christian, gaining salvation. I feel like you can find a good self identity with Christ, because He is the only one who can validate you, and He's the only one who can qualify you. Seeking qualification from people of this world or things of this world will only get you something as flimsy as a paper. Paper can be burned. If you root yourself in things that can be destroyed physically, or even like a construct in general, like maybe fame, then you have it all wrong. Yeah, there's you have to build a sense of self identity if you really want to be strong in this world. If you want to survive the things of this world, you have to have a strong sense of identity. I myself am still building that up. There was flickers of it in my childhood, so I didn't have to fight as hard. But another thing is that I'm also learning, kind of doing well, I would say, is learning to have the courage to be disliked. And I'd say it's going well. But yeah, you have to be rooted in a strong sense of self identity, not just identity, but self identity. And I believe that brings up like self belief things, and self belief will get you very far in life. I feel like, yeah, that's all I wanted to say.